Can you hear me? A chicka 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 1 2 chicka 1 2. Can you hear me? Hi, my name is Jess and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing my January recap video. This is the first one I've ever done, so I hope this works out that I have planned, that I have written down. But if it doesn't, I have 12 more months to do and I can learn from this one for the next one and the next one for the next one, so then you guys can get like a real recap on what I have done throughout the month. I'm looking between my yearly goals and my January goals that I have accomplished. I did run or walk on the treadmill 3 times a week. That being, it could have been 2 or plus miles. I didn't write down how many miles I ran or walked, or when I ran or just walked, or did a combination of both. I just know I got onto the treadmill 3 times a week and they were at least 2 miles each. So that is a good accomplishment because this has been a bad mental health month for me. The second one is I did drink 92 ounces or more of water every day. What helps me with that is having my Invisible Stanley or my Owala. I do drink a lot of water while I'm at work. I'm like chugging the water while I'm there. I don't know why, but like work makes me hungry and it makes me thirsty. I don't want to continuously eat while I'm there, so I'm continuously drinking water. So I've been getting a lot of extra water in on the days that I'm working. And when I'm at home, it is a struggle, I'm not gonna lie, to get the 92 ounces in, but I do my best. If I'm being completely honest, I've hit it every day, so at least I'm hitting the minimum of 92 ounces, but work days I'm getting way more than that. Gunnar and I did do 2 date nights this month, but they actually both happened to be out and about type of date nights. The first one was the Wheeling Symphony put on a show. They played the music along with the movie. And the movie was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. They have done 2 previous shows like this. The first one they did was Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park 2 years ago, which Gunnar and I attended because I love Jurassic Park as much as I love Harry Potter. Last year they did Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, so of course this year we had to go and see Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. We luckily sat next to trustees for the Capitol, the Wheeling Capitol, and they were saying how the conductor just loves Harry Potter and how he plans on doing every single movie, 1 movie a year. And I'm like, that is lovely to know because I love coming to these. It's them playing the music with the movie playing in the background. So it's kind of like going to the theater to see the movie, but you have live music instead of music coming through the speakers. The last one that I accomplished this month was planning weekly menus. I do have a full Pinterest board of the menus that I have done. I kind of have them in one board, but then I have them broken down into each week. So if you're interested in seeing that, or if you're interested in like vegetarian or meals that can also be vegetarian or meat, I have it always linked in my description below if you're interested in seeing those. I have an 11-year-old and I heard no complaints from her over these meals that I have made. And she is decently picky when it comes to food and it comes to spices and sauces and stuff. She's decently picky and she enjoyed every single one of them. So I feel like that's a good mom win for me. January is just a rough month for me in general. Some of the cool things that happened this January is Ella turned 11, and how do I have an 11-year-old? I don't understand how I have an 11-year-old. She needs to be my little babe again, but she turned 11. We bought a new couch. If you watched one of my last videos from last year, we had a whole couch saga. We were moving around our living room and the couch that we had didn't fit, and it was just kind of not our style anymore. It was too big for us and we just weren't enjoying it anymore, so we went out and got a new couch, which you should see in the vlog that you're going to see tomorrow. So keep an eye out. I decided to bring more color into my house this year. My house is mainly like greens and neutral colors. Mainly greens, grays, blacks, whites, and I want more color. So my goal for this year, a new goal that wasn't in my original yearly goals, is to bring more color into my house, whether that be in plant pots, in paint, in decor, in furniture. I want my house to be colorful. Gunner's kind of like comparing what I want to, like how I want to decorate to the dopamine decorating, which not, I mean, yes and no. It's my type of dopamine that I like, and I just want more color. I just want more personality. My house was so Pinterest. It was so Pinterest when I first moved in because I was so excited. I was on Pinterest scrolling and seeing everything I like. And I did like it, but also I want to put like my own personality into this house. This is my house. I'm not renting this place. I can do whatever I want with this place. So why don't I get crazy? Why don't I get crazy wallpaper, paint crazy colors? I mean, not too crazy. We're not going to get that crazy. But why don't I just make it how I want to make it? I don't need to make it how Pinterest has their houses because it's what's popular or what's in at that time. I want to make the house how I want it. I want to wake up and be like, yep, I worked hard for this. I am proud of where I live. Let's see, what else have I done this month? I started learning Hangul. Hangul is the Korean language. On a whim, this was also on a whim that I decided to learn this. I liked K-pop. I had kind of fell out of K-pop there for a while, but me, my friend Caitlin, and Courtney, we're going to go see Stray Kids this year, so I've been listening to them a lot more, and I got real deep into it, and I'm real obsessed. And then I also binge-watched Squid Games, and then if you've seen the recruiter on Squid Games, you know what I mean? So now I'm watching everything that he's been in, and I want to understand what they're saying, because I've noticed this in Squid Games, is that, like, there isn't enough personality with the dubbed. Like, if you're listening to the English version, just flat, there's no personality. The acting is horrible because the speaking is horrible. So I watched it again with them speaking Hangul, and I had the English subtitles, and it was so much better. Like, there was actual, like, emotion. Like, the emotions fit what the actors were, like, doing. So I want to know what they're saying without having to use the English subtitles, which I can read it, I can write it, but I can't speak it still. I'm learning words. On a flashcard, I'm learning words like newspaper, and what else I learned? Baby, child. I've learned those. I've learned a bad word, which you'll learn as well in one of the videos that I'm going to be posting, but I can't make sentences yet. We'll get there eventually. We have 11 more months to go until the end of the year. We'll get there eventually. I mean, we're going to see Stray Kids in June, and I have a while until then to understand what they're saying, right? I can pronounce it in the songs, but do I know what I'm saying? Hopefully by then I will. I mean, if I keep working at it, right? And then I have been into cooking new meals, which obviously that was one of my goals, is to figure out a weekly schedule. But I've been searching new things. Like, I've made a lot of Korean food. I've made a lot of Mexican food. Just random crock pot stuff that I've never made before, and it's been a big hit with my family. We were kind of in the slump of, like, chicken rice. Well, not for me, not chicken for me. Rice veggie, chicken rice veggie, or hamburgers, or hamburger helper, you know, like easy things. They were just kind of on repeat. Nothing was really changing. Dinners weren't fun. They weren't, you still want to eat them. You ate them because you had to. You didn't want to cook. Now, with these weekly menus that I'm doing, even Gunner's enjoying cooking again. And I think it's definitely something that we needed to bring into the household. So if you're in a food slump, think about maybe making a weekly menu. Look at my weekly menu and see if you happen to like anything there and make it, and let me know how you liked it, because everything that I've made so far, we've all loved. We're going to get into some real talk here. January has been a very bad month for me. Seasonal depression has hit hard in my household, mainly for me. I just woke up one day and I had no motivation to do anything, no energy to do anything, no creative thoughts going on whatsoever. I filmed multiple videos, but I felt as if they were not good enough, even though they were the same quality as I do now. I mean, granted, this quality is not on par with what I want to do, but it is on par with how I edit right now, since I am so new to it yet again, so very new to the whole editing process. And I got even more depressed because when I got back on here, I was getting lots of views, I was getting lots of traffic on my YouTube, and people were watching my videos, and then suddenly I stopped posting and the numbers went down, 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 down. I got into my head that people didn't care. They didn't want to go back and watch the old stuff. They didn't want to see anything ever again. They didn't care if I posted ever again. And it was just really bad. I just had a really, really bad month. I had a hard time waking up and getting ready for work. I had a hard time just rolling out of bed on my days off. My plan was to become a morning person, which I was at the very beginning of the year. I was getting up early without an alarm clock and getting stuff done throughout the day. But it was like I woke up one morning and it just hit me, and then I couldn't get out of bed until like noon or 1 o'clock on my days off. And then I felt like a failure because I was in bed for that long. And then by the time I got up and out of bed, Ella was home from school. I couldn't do anything because I was making dinner. Then I was helping her with her homework. And I'm hoping February is much better. It's been 50 the past 2 days here, and it's felt amazing. So I feel like that's where I'm getting this creative jump and all of this energy and happiness, because it kind of feels like early spring outside. And I know as soon as it starts to snow again, or it gets cold, or it gets below freezing, that depression is going to come back. So I'm here. I've been here. I'm not leaving YouTube. Sometimes I just have to take a step away for my own mental health. Let's get out of the sad blues for a minute and talk about some of my favorite cozy YouTubers of the month. I have two in particular that I have binged watched a lot of their stuff. Granted, I haven't really watched much YouTube. I did the other day while I was waiting to go to work, but I haven't really watched much. I've just being on YouTube also makes me depressed, because I want to put the content out that I enjoy watching, but when it comes to me being behind the camera, I feel like are we going back into this freaking depression talk again? I feel like I can't deliver what I want to deliver. And I've literally sat down with a notebook and was like, okay, this is how they do theirs. This is how theirs is structured. And I will literally sit down and I will make my videos like this. And I feel like why do I feel this way? Is this normal to feel this way? Why do I feel this way? Because I didn't feel this way before when I was doing YouTube before. I stopped because of life things. I don't want to stop again. I love doing this. I loved doing it when I first restarted again. So why am I feeling this way? All right. Stop with the depression talk. This is supposed to be a recap. And we can't have the whole recap of January talking about depression. We're going to talk about some of our cozy YouTubers that we like to watch. Okay, Jessica? Some of the cozy YouTubers you like to watch. So the first cozy YouTuber I like to watch is Magically Caitlin. I have mentioned her on here before. She's just been the cozy one. I miss Disney so freaking much. I want to go back to Disney so freaking bad. It's been since our honeymoon, since we were at Disney, 2021? I mean, granted, it's only 2025, so it's only been a couple years, but I miss it and I want to plan another trip. And I know Gunnar will kill me if I do that right now, because we are trying to get our finances in order, but I want to go back down. So I've just been watching videos of people that go down, and Magically Caitlin, I just binge watched her entire last trip in September when she went down, and it put me in the feels. So much. And then another one I like to watch is Katie Brown. Let me make sure I'm getting her name right, because I just recently discovered her. She is also a Disney girl, but she is also a nurse. So I think that's pretty cool. And I wish I was able to go to Disney as many times as she can go to Disney, because, yeah, Katie Brown. Because I'm just jealous. That they both get to go to Disney so many times, and I don't. All right, no more talking about Disney, no more being sad, no more depression. I can't keep my mic to stand up. Let's talk about February. February starts tomorrow. Tomorrow. It's already February. January may have felt long, but January is over. The first month of 2025 complete. And what do I have to show for it? Depression! Okay, anyways, for February, I only have a couple goals that I want to add to my yearly ones that are kind of ongoing. Like I said, it will be linked in the bottom, tagged up top. So if you want to watch that, you'll understand what my overall goals are. Additional goals I want to do for February. I want to declutter one room in my entire house. Doesn't matter what room it is. I want to declutter one room. I also want to do our half bathroom project. Last July? Was it July? Oh God, last July we had a pipe burst in our upstairs bathroom. Our upstairs bathroom is right above our half bath, and the pipe burst in between, and all the water decided to come down through our half bath, so we had no ceiling. We put a new ceiling up. So it's not just a gaping hole. We have a new ceiling up. It's been caulked and everything, but it needs painted. And I figure since we're going to paint the ceiling, we may as well paint the whole bathroom and redo it, because the way that it looks is the way that it looked when we moved in. All I did was add some peel and stick wallpaper to it. So I would like to redo that bathroom this month of February. For social media, I am doing a thing on Instagram this month is where I'm posting a photo every day, which is something I need to do, but this is like curated, so it tells you exactly what type of photo to post every day, and I feel like that's going to help me with posting every day, because if you are on my personal Instagram, you will see that I post maybe once every 3 months, because I'm not a picture taker. I need to start taking pictures of just random things, that way I can post them, but I'm not a picture taker, so this is going to help me become a picture taker. I hope so. And it's just a nice little challenge I'm going to see if I can do for myself. Even if I'm not feeling any creative vibes, just post a picture with a little caption. That's all you got to do for the entire day, Jessica. Well, just a little post and a caption. So those are my plans for February. I'm not going to lie and say this video is exactly how I pictured it to go, but with it being my first and only one I've ever done, I don't think it's been too bad. So I hope you all enjoyed watching my little ramble and my goals and seeing what I have planned for February. And I hope you want to follow along and see if I achieve these goals. So I'll see you in 28 days for our February wrap up. I hope you enjoy all the content I upload between these 28 days. If you like them, please subscribe, comment, share me with your friends, show me around. I would love to have more people put into my little community here on the internet, and I hope you all have a good February 2025.